Let me bring you up to speed. I'm still at the Seminole Hard Rock in Tampa, Florida. I'm now in the high limit room. Now, yesterday I played about 6 or 8 machines or so, and I'm down about $2,500. But I'm going to tell you, even though I'm losing, I'm winning, and I'm winning big. And I'm going to tell you about it as we play Hank, and that starts right now on the Gadget Guru. That was kind of a cliffhanger, wasn't it? Okay, let me go in and get this set up. I have $2,700 in the machine, $25 per spin, $1 denomination. It's 25 lines. You know, we need the 6 balls. Oh, I'm not hearing any sound. I got to check. Okay, let me see if I can get a slot attendant. Okay, believe it or not. Okay, I gotta tell you what just happened here. There was no audio. We called a slot tech. I put the service light on. The guy got here very quick. Could not have been nicer. It took him about 10 minutes, but he fixed it. We now have sound. I went on and played. Remember, I started here with about $2,500 in the machine. I'm at 34. As soon as he left, I started playing. I forgot to put record on the camera. So I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to try to pick up where I left off. Just know I just got a ball bonus. I only got 6 balls. I did not get any additional, but there was a $1,000 mini on the board. So let's go in and keep playing. I think where I left off, and because I've had to start and stop so many times, let me just go in and kind of just bring you up to speed here. I was here yesterday, down $2,500, played a bunch of machines. In the opening I said, I might be losing, but I'm actually winning, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. If you turn back the clock, just a month or so ago, I posted a video up where I explained after, a year of posting slot videos almost every day, I disappeared for 11 months, and I explained I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. Since then, I have had 2 surgeries, and I've been in a clinical trial at the Mayo Clinic. And again, a shout out to my personal MD, who just jumped right in and got me tested immediately. Early detection. I can't underline how important that is. Well, I went through the first round of 6 clinical trial treatments. So they're not fun, but the folks at the Mayo Clinic make it just as pleasant as possible. Just a few days ago, I went back for a checkup. And that's it's hard to say this word. It's a cystoscope that they use to go in there to look. And I had some excellent news that there's been no new growth at this clinical trial drug, and I wish I could tell what it is yet, but it's still in trial, so I can't say the name yet. I haven't been able to do that. You sign a lot of contracts and waivers, when you do these things. It appears that it is working. So now that it is, next week I go back for 3 more treatments. The first round was 6 weekly treatments, and now it's 3. So even though that I was down $2,500 yesterday, I consider myself very, very fortunate. So let's take that luck and let's move it over to Hank over here. Started off strong, but I didn't get to record it for you. So now he needs to give us another bonus here. Now, the reason I came to this machine and the reason why I waited for him to do the sound is that this is the only one in this bank over here that has a maxed out major of $50,000. But because there's no sound on the machine, well, that's not fun for you and that's not fun for me. Video is easy, audio is hard, and trying to get good audio on these machines, can be difficult. The mics I'm using this trip, and okay, first couple of videos I did, I had them over modulating. Oh, look at this. $165. I like that. I'm using the Rode Video Mic NTGs. They're both powered mics. They have rechargeable batteries, and I'm feeding them into the Rode Wireless Pros and into my Insta360 X5. And 360 cameras are fun. And I've explained before that should the need come up and I hit a big jackpot, I can cut to, when I'm editing, since it's recording in all directions, basically front and back. Oh, look at that. Triple noiser with only 3. I can get true reaction shots without having to set up or start all over or trying to fake a reaction. Just getting it, making it real. That was only $5. But, the good news is now GoPro and DJI are getting ready to introduce DJI, their first 360 camera. And GoPro was supposed to finally, after many years of delays, come out with a new GoPro Max 360 camera. But I have to tell you, the one thing against the 360 has gotten right, and while it's still buggy at times and sometimes hard to do with, and it does take some resources, uh, they have a good app. Because, when you take a 360 audio, it's not like you can just drop it straight into an editing program. It needs to be processed and stitched and all kinds of things. But what I like about it is that with my camera in one position while playing slots, should I need to scroll up the board or down the board, I say the board, the machine, I can do that all in post-processing. Now, it does take a lot of time, but I do this as a hobby. If I was doing this, like some of the other slot, let's call them influencers, were doing it, where it just, where you're cranking out multiple videos a day, it would, again, you would need a team of people to do it. I do it as a hobby, so I get to release it, just as I feel up to it. Okay, now let's focus on Dragon Link Golden Century. I got to remind the machine, you need 6 balls, 3 flags, not 3 balls, you need 6. There's been some good-sized balls. $25 when it comes to how I bet, I go $5, $10, $15. $25 is really, I can afford to go pretty much anything I wanted to. $25 is my maximum comfort level. I figure you can still get good jackpots, good bonuses at 25, but again, the money can go fast. You see, we're already down $1,000 here just since you missed that $1,000 win. I'm pretty much even before I started. Okay, that's only 3. I'll remind you, the minis at 1,000, mine are at 5,000. That made your $50,000 maxed out. Okay, and a grand at 1.59 million. Even after taxes, that's still going to be more than $1 million. And that's one great thing about living in the great state of Florida versus other areas. We don't have a state income tax here. So that's just a little bit more that goes in your pocket. I know there's some new rules for professional gamblers, people who deduct a lot of those things, and maybe for non-professionals too. I'm not an accountant, so don't take my word. In terms of how much, how you do your deductions and, when you do your itemizations. Okay, no, that's a triple noise, so we're for. But I know that that's going to change for the next tax year, or maybe this year for next year. I'm not sure when that goes into effect. Okay, Hank, you started strong, but you slowed down on me. We didn't get to show the fine folks at home how great you paid on that last one of throwing a mini up on the first screen. Okay, one more. Hey, I'm going to stand up. I'm standing up to the side over here. Chanda! Come on, I know we're going to get a bonus, and it's going to be a good one. Okay, those Hanks were wild. Okay, Hanks here are wild. And we have the chest, which they make a lot of noise, but I paid 50. Not something I don't pay a lot. Okay, nope, only 4. Kings, 15. Come on, Hank, you can do better. But, to finish my story, I consider myself very, very fortunate. I might not be too lucky as slots or as lucky as some of the other folks you see online, but I have fun doing it. But, being at this situation where we're making a lot of progress in beating bladder cancer, has a very high level of recurrence. But knowing that I'm in good hands and there's treatments that are just now becoming available, I have to still go do quarterly checkups. They're not fun, but they are effective. Okay, let's see. I think this one I said makes a lot of noise, but it was just a push. You think with all that noise it would give you something else. Okay, that's 3. Hank, come on, flags. As I said before, I wonder if Hank has put a tariff on the balls and the hats, because we just can't seem to get enough of them. Still can't believe I forgot to start the camera after we fixed the audio on here. Okay, so tell me what you think. I'm using different mics here. I know it kind of looks funky when I'm holding this thing, when I do the cutaway shots here. But how does it sound to you? I still have to do some voice isolation. One of the tricks here, especially when it gets super busy or in the evenings, since you have, it's a hard rock. They play rock and roll music here. YouTube does not like it. It's a copyright issue. You go to post it, they can blank out your music. I'm not worried about the monetization part. And as you know, I don't get a ton of views on my site, but you can change that by subscribing and clicking that bell to be notified. But anyway, let's now focus on 3 flags and 6 balls. What do you say, Hank? Last night I think I was calling Hank Mr. Happy. That's only if he pays a bonus. But getting one that early, I thought I was going to get a hot machine. I guess not. Okay, I say that, and Hank pays. Okay, we have the 25s for the minimums on here. So we have 101.75 plus 50. Okay, another 25, 250. That's good. Okay, let's fill them up, Buttercup. Okay, 2 more to go. 1 at a time is fine with me. Okay, 3 more to go. We got lights over there on the left with 2. We got lights in the center. Nope. Last chance for romance. Come on, Mr. Happy, let's do it. Nope. Okay, let's see how we did. Okay, $700. And we're going to continue. You're getting old, when I go back and say, how much did I start with? I think I started with 2,500. Somewhere around there, 2,700. I don't remember. I know that we're down from where we started. $2,500 loss from yesterday, so we need a big one to catch up. Nobody likes playing catch up. We want to start off ahead, get bonuses early, make them big, and then go take a nap. In my next video, I'm not going to do it on this one because I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on here. I have a bone to pick with Vegas Matt. Now, I'm not doing this as clickbait or anything, but he said something the other day that I took issue with. Don't worry, it wasn't anything bad. He did something I disagree, and I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Again, not trying to be clickbaitish. It is. It's a real topic, and people are allowed to have different opinions. He had his, and I'm going to give mine. Okay, come on, Hank. We have some wilds here. Okay, 85. That's a win. Okay, time for 3 flags. And a bonus, and a bonus, and a bonus. That's happened before. Okay, 3, 4, and that's it. 2. See, this helps your math skills. Makes it easier paying the dollar because at least you don't have to sit there and divide it by, if it's 10 cents, take off the digit or quarter, divide by 4, 50 cents divided by half. Or even if it's $2, I think they give you the dollar symbol. It's nice having those. We just got to see them on the screen more often. Okay, 9s. That's the 25 lines, so we did not get that top 9. Okay, 2. Okay, Hank. You're not being Mr. Happy right now. You're being Mr. Sad. 3, 4. Oh, when you hear that second beep, you kind of get a little excited. $40. 1. Take flags. Okay, I am destined. I'm going to get a bonus here. I just know it. And it's going to be a big one. But that was nice on the one you didn't say it. Well, it only had 6 balls. It had a $1,000 mini on the board. Okay. Oh, that's 4 or 5. I need to be able to count more. You got to remember, there is a camera and a light in between me and the machine. So sometimes I have to kind of bob and weave to be able to see the entire screen. Unless I stand up. But it's nice to sit down. Okay, 15. Boy, we are dropping. I tell you what, Hank, you are like disappointing me now. I really thought I had a shot at that $50,000 major. $50? Oh, I thought we were going to get some more. Let's get some big balls and get 6 of them. Having a minor pop on there would be nice when you get 6. That's 2 flags and 3 balls. Okay, now I like that 375 ball. But that means it's nothing. Oh, okay. 2 flags. You're going to hit before I have to make a decision on refeeding. I know you will. Okay. Even the wilds didn't work that time. Okay, we have some of those pretty vases. Yeah, it's nice. When the vases are on the line, you see the little dragon. It gets animated. 25. It's a push. Yeah, that's a crying thing. Wah, 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 wah. $615. That's the Tennessee or the Nashville area code. That's where I'm from. So this is going to be a lucky spin. Here it goes. Okay, one more. Oh, I thought that was going to work. Now, I grew up in Middle Tennessee. What a great area. I mean, Nashville's not the same town it is today when I grew up. I mean, it was much more homey and, much smaller. Didn't have the traffic issues, $135 that it has today. And I hope they can come up with solutions because it's a wonderful tourist destination. Gets hot in the summers, gets cold in the winters. But the weather's been wild all over the country lately. You know, what happened in Texas with those floods? It's just, it goes beyond sad. It's just, my heart goes out to everybody there. I can't imagine what it'd be like to stuck in a flood. You know, I live in Florida. A lot of people talk about, you get hurricanes. Well, guess what we get with hurricanes? We get lots of warning. I mean, they start telling us about it at least a week out. You can monitor it. Hurricanes shift. The best way I can describe it, when you see one, on the TV screen and you see the path, hurricanes are like a puck on an air hockey table. The slightest bit of wind, or cross can change its path and trajectory. 555, is that a lucky number? So living in Florida, we get lots of nervous. And, when I lived in South Florida on the beach, it was a lot more serious. I never really had to evacuate. I have been in some situations when I lived in South Florida where we had prolonged power outage, and in hot weather, that is just not fun. Since then, any home I've had has a generator. And, standby home generator. I can highly recommend them. I mean, even, when you just get a small power outage for a little bit or just a power spike or something, just... I don't want to say a spike, but, power, just a brief outage, the generator kicks on, your air conditioner, lights, TVs, everything work. It's just a nice thing to have if you live in a storm area. I'm fortunate we don't have winter, if I think last winter, I think we had 3 days of winter in Central Florida. And I think it might have gotten down to around 30 degrees or so. Okay. Hank, you're going to have to make a decision shortly unless you decide to pay me. That this is a long, dry spell. Okay, $10 off a $25 bet. Okay, that's 2. Come on, Hank. Come on, let's do this. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Okay, don't tap your screen. Don't break it. Oh, 5. Yeah, again, I'm kicking myself for not having the camera rolling. I'm going to stop and start to, for the tech. One more. Okay, we got it. Okay. We have $100 in minimum balls, and we have $100 in 50. So let's hope this one's going to be a good one. Look, we were down to just one and a half more spins left. So let's do something good. Okay, so that mini flyby, the mini 1,000 minus 5,000. I'll be thrilled if either one of those show up on the board. Let's get some runway here. So a 1250 ball that did not make an appearance. Just tease. Okay, keep coming. One at a time's fine with me. Never had a grand. Today would be a grand day to get a grand. $25. You know, the balls are small sizes. You know, they're minimum, so $12.50 go by. Okay, can we do it? Okay, we're going with 75. That number's going up. Biggest one on the bat so far. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, 25. 3 to get 3. We have 2 tunnels. Still two spaces getting lights. Last chance for romance. Let's do it, Mr. Happy. Nope. Okay, let's see how we did. Okay, $500. Well, again, at $25 per spin, it doesn't give us a lot of runway, but we're going to keep going here. It took us so long to get a bonus. Maybe he has some pent-up bonuses he wants to pay out before we consider feeding the machine. But that got us down to $35. Coming 3 more. Nope. You know, when the balls come in early and you hear that dunk, dunk, you pause there while you're holding your breath to see if it's going to give you more. 2 flags again. Again, I said this in a previous video. I should put a counter on the screen for every time I get 5 balls or 2 flags. Boy, not having a fun camera day today. The camera overheated for a moment, so I had to turn it off for a moment. And, I just saw the screen go blank. So I'm sure we missed a couple spins there. You know, that makes it more work for me because I have to go back and resync all the files. Okay, we're getting down to 115. Okay, a triple noiser with only 3. 15. Okay, only 4 more spins left. Come on, Hank. You saved us at 35. Can you do it again? Okay, last spin. Oh, I thought we were going to have it. Okay. I'm going to feed the kitty, so stay tuned. I tell you, Hank is trying to give me every reason to step away, but I am not going to back down. So here we go. Okay. Just trying to get myself comfortable here because I'm going to be here for a while. Oops, let me close this. Okay, 3 balls. That's not good enough. Okay, Terracotta Warriors, which is a good symbol, $19. Still less than my bet. So have you ever won one of those, random drawings they do? I think the only rule is you have to be in the casino and your card has to be in a machine or be in play. I don't know if that works with table games. But have you ever done where they call your name and you get bonus free play and you register to win a big prize? In this case, a Jeep Wrangler, which is all tricked out. It's very cool. I never have. But I'm going to let Hank get us a big bonus. Depending on the size of the bonus, could be better than a Jeep Grand what is that? A Jeep Wagoneer, that's what it is. Not Wagoneer. Just off the basic Jeep, but it's all tricked out. Okay. That's 1 flag. I am destined. I am going to get a bonus. I'm breaking all my rules here. Setting a floor, whatever. I'm just going to keep playing. I just know it's going to give out that $50,000 major while I'm sitting here hitting the button. I am just positive. Positive thinking. Okay. 2 balls. 3. Oh, come on, Hank. You're going through the money way too fast. $60. At least that was a positive number. Wah, 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 wah. That's a crybaby one. It's almost like, when you're playing the Buddha game, happy and prosperous, and Buddha, kind of like whines. Or he laughs at you. That's what Buddha does. This one whines. Okay, 35. Boy, you have just been absent bonus rounds today, Hank. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, well, 85, I'll take that. Of course I will. Wah, 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 wah. Not my favorite sound. Let's get a big sound where they throw the dollars up there on top. I just have a feeling this thing is going to pay off well. But I'm starting to get so far behind that at my level of betting, it may or may not happen. I think this is one of the longest I've gone without getting a bonus. No, I think I've probably gone longer. Okay, 4 more spins before I have to consider. Come on, flags! Oh, that's 2. Hey, Tisha right up front. But it does get your heart pumped when you see the first 2 loaded with whatever symbols you are looking for, in this case, flags. Come on, Hank. Okay, nope, we're going to feed it. And we are continuing to the races. Okay, Hank. I've given you enough for now. You can start giving it back. They get you on that first ball. Okay, 1 flag, and we should be used to it. That's not 3. Where are the 3 flags? Or you could give me 5 flags. That would be, I believe, a $2,500 payout. I think that's 100 to 1 if you get a 5 flag or a 5 symbol bonus. That's the only time when 5 is good. 5 is not good for balls. Come on, Hank. I'm waiting. It only takes 1 spin, and this is it. I'm going to try something, and it's never worked, but it might work today. I'm trying things I don't normally do. I'm going to count down. I'm going to get a spin I'm going to get a bonus within 5 spins. Here we go. 5. Nope. 4. Nope. 3. Okay, we got a good payoff. We like the Terracotta Warriors. I believe that's the highest symbol. Oh, 535. I like that. That's like a bonus. So I guess that shows that thing did win. Because that was a good winning spin. Okay, it kept me in the game. I'm right at my last buy-in. I forget how much I put into this. A lot. I can't tell you that. Okay, come on. Ladies for 3. 15. You can give us another one of those nice line pays. With, the Hank of the Wild and the Terracotta Warriors. I was playing Hank once in Hollywood in a bonus run, and I got nearly a full screen of, I don't remember if it was Autumn Moon. I think it was Hank. It was a full screen of those ladies. I had all but one open on that, and it was just a really nice jackpot. And I think I was betting 25 on that. Again, that's the max that I'm comfortable going.
Shit.
Well, I hope it wasn't a bad decision to stick in this game and, get the slot tech over here to give us audio. I just had a feeling this thing was going to pay off. Again, I'll just say it because I'm running out of other things to say. Oh, look at that. We got the 3 flag bonus. I guess I know what to say. I was going to say the mini is at 1,000. The minor's at 5,000. Major's at 50,000. And that elusive grand is at $1.5 million. Okay, let's get something good. It's been a long time, Hank. Let's get lots of doors. Okay, do we have balls? Nope. Remember, the door's open and it's the same symbol. Nope, that's nothing. Oh, come on, Hank. Be Mr. Happy here. Okay, be bold. Nope. Again, nothing. Nothing. Okay, even if that's balls, that wouldn't be enough. Okay, 2 more to go. It's not too late, Hank. Okay, 94. Oh, that's going to be good. Oh, this is good. This is Terracotta Warriors all the way across. Let's sit back for a moment and just kind of savor in the good time. Okay, I'll hit the button. 1,012. Okay, that was 900 and something. Okay, beep balls. No. Okay, those need a bonus, no bonus. But we beat the hand pay. Nice bonus, $25 bet, $1,000.12 win. We're going to keep going. Again, it was so slow in giving us a bonus. Maybe it's got a few more in there it wants to give us. We need to get some words. The only time I saw the word is when I forgot to. That was a mini for 1,000 when I forgot to start the camera. And I'm looking now. Everything's recording, so that's a good thing. You typically only make mistakes like that once in a session. I'll probably make that same mistake again. But I have so much going on with the multiple microphones and cameras and then the different displays and everything else. It'd be nice if I get everything right the first time. Mistakes happen. Okay, come on. I almost didn't see that third flag because the way I'm sitting on my camera and light here. Okay, $5. That one was blocked. And I saw 2, and then I heard the music, and I said, yay, I got it. Okay, what do we have here? We had the ladies. Okay, 130. Okay, Hank, you're getting a little better now. Are you loosening up on those bonuses that you didn't want to give me before? At least it gave us some runway with that bonus. You see doors going, having something in every reel, it's going to be good. And the Terracotta Warriors is just, I think that's the top symbol on here. One day I need to hit the menu just to confirm that. Okay, $17. Nothing? Okay, come on, Hank. Let's be Mr. Happy again. I'm sure you want people to like you, and the best way to like you is throw money at them. Okay, that's 2 flags. $5. Now, I wonder what it feels like when you hit the button, and you're in a bonus, and you get that last space filled in, and you get the grand. In this case, 1.5, almost $1.6 million. I've seen it in this room. In this bank of machines over here, I think there's about 6 or 7 machines in a circle, up to $2 million, and that was well over a year ago, about a year and a half ago. And I don't know if it got to 2 or 2.5 million, but eventually it paid off. Maybe that's telling me it's going to get higher before it pays, but you never know. But I enjoy coming to Hard Rock. First of all, it's fairly convenient for me to get here. Just a little bit over an hour drive. Just got a time where I'm not hitting traffic. The people here just could not be nicer. There's just enough of a variety of restaurants here so that you can try different things. I've been eating at Rise lately. It's just casual. You can walk in. But they still have Council Oaks, which is just really a very, very good steakhouse. That's $5. That would have been better if it was 6. And that's 2 flags. Surprise, only 2 flags. Boy, I'm just chasing this thing, aren't I? Not what you're supposed to do. Okay, 45. Come on, 3. Nope. You hear that double sound, and you see 3 of them up there. You say, okay, you can do 3 more. Okay, 2 and 2. That's not right. 3 flags, 6 balls. So, you know, again, I should have counted on how many times I say that in a session. Okay, that's 4. Okay, 4. Come on. I sure would like to be able to say I get 6 a lot. I mean, I guess I could play Buffalo and say that because you need 8 on that game. Okay, we have ladies. $90. Little runway. Few spins. 3.5 spins or so. Okay, got the ladies back again. $10. Okay, I had to stop and start again. I do have everything recording again. And it's a 360. They had this new feature on here, adaptive tone. And that's sure, and what it does, it gives you better colors on both the front and the rear lenses. And you have different light sources like you do here in a casino. But they said, you know, it could possibly overheat faster. And it has been overheating quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to see what DJI and GoPro come out with. I know on 360 cameras, I know that the GoPro one has a lot of cooling fins on it. So maybe they'll overcome that while being able to get super or ultra high resolution images. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, we're getting low again. I only have 1 more ticket left. I only have 1 more left. Yeah, in for a dime, in for a dollar. Chanda! Okay, come on, let's do it. Come on. Oh, I thought you were going to give it to me. Last spin. Okay, Hank knew I was going to repeat. Okay, this is it. I'm not putting any more in here. That's why I limit how much I bring from my room into the casino. Come on, oh, flags. Because in that way, when I get something like this, I know my stopping point because I'm not going to run back up the room, tell them to hold the machine to get a ticket. I'll say, okay, I did my best. Come on. Runga. 20. Chanda. Come on. Maybe I should be calling you by your formal name instead of Hank. Golden Century. Okay, Golden Century. Let's see. 6 balls, or 3 flags, or both. Nope, that's 4. Come on. That's 1, 2. Nothing. I'm not feeling good about this at the moment. Okay, $15. Nope. Boy, I tell you, that's getting ridiculous, isn't it? Come on, Hank, it only takes 1 good spin to get us into a bonus. And then you just got to give us really big balls in the bonus. So great line pace. Okay, I'm running out of runway here fast, guys. It's 2 flags. Hank, are you going to come to the rescue? Or is it going to be one of those days? 3 more spins left. Change that for me. Okay, 2 more spins. Come on, Hank. Come on, Mr. Happy Golden Century. Okay, we got to give it a try. Low percentage. We did get a winning spin. Come on, now be a winner. Okay. This is what gambling's about. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't win, but this is why I put the full rounds up there so you can see what it's like. As I said, 25 is the high end of the spectrum I do. I was really chasing this $50,000 major. I was hoping that I was going to be the lucky guy who hit this. I wasn't. Put a bunch of money in here. I lost track, but it's not more than I can afford to lose. Again, I meter my gambling. I only bring the casino money that I can't afford to lose. And then I only bring down for each session a certain amount of money and say, this is the maximum I'm going to lose. This way it forces me to run back and forth and to get funds for later. But I'm going to gamble later this afternoon, evening. Probably have about 2 more rounds to go here before I take off tomorrow. And then, as I said, I'm going to be probably out until at least mid-August, and then I'll be back with some more videos. So if you want to be notified, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. I don't spam me anything like that. Of course, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. No memberships, no recurring charges, nothing like that. And don't forget, leave a comment if you enjoy what I'm doing. Tell me what you think of these new microphones. Was it a better experience? Anyway, I know I can edit this thing and chop it up for the camera purposes and for my idiotic purposes too. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr. Thank you for watching.